Hi, I want to talk about the few things that I caught. Blake Cousins was in town, and I was laying on my couch, and I was thinking, how can I make something happen? So I called him up. I said, Blake, look, let's do something at Hermosa Beach Pier. The reason why I wanted to do it at the pier is because at the pier there's a wind coming in. I don't know, 12 miles, 8 miles. I don't know how many miles an hour, but you would have to release it out there in a boat, and and who knows if you would even get it by the pier, whatever. But I did that so people would realize that I'm not hoaxing these, and so we went out there on the pier. And Blake, I really think Blake didn't think I was going to be able to do it. He's never seen any. He's seen the stuff I sent him on the channel to his Hawaiian station, but he's never really seen me bring him down. And so he got to see it, and these kids were on bikes, and they got so excited. It was awesome. Even though I got a lot of bad feedback, that's going to happen with the people that want to suppress the truth. But so that's the second time. This latest one I've been 100%. This latest one, I went to see my brother in Maryland, and we went to I could have done it at the White House, but I thought it would be too dangerous it just wouldn't be right. So I did it at the Capitol, and I was on the stairs, and I summoned right at the Capitol, and 3 of them came in, right at the Capitol. And then I told my brother to ask the Secret Service, how big is the no-fly zone? And the Secret Service, I heard him say 6 miles radius. And we got them within that 6 miles radius, right above the Capitol. And so I did it three times. So I don't know how you can be saying all that stuff. People put me to the test, and I want all them debunkers, especially the ones that are trying to get hits on YouTube, but that really have no gifts. Anybody could do what they can do, and that spread fear and all that kind of stuff. They're lousy people. Anyway, thumbs up. Anybody who can try to debunk this, and I want you to put money on it, because I will put money on it, and because you won't do it. So the UFO world, the UFO community right now has been ran with a lot of old stuff. We're the cutting edge. We're things are happening now, right now, and what's going to happen in the future right now is what we're doing. We're not talking about something that happened 50 years ago or things like that. This is what's happening right now, folks. As we planned a trip to the Paiute Mountains, up on the top of the Paiute Mountains, about 7,000 feet, at a cabin owned by Nathan. As we went over there in Mojave Desert, there was a Stater Brothers store, and we stopped there so we can all gather up there before we go up into the mountain. And so we stopped there. John Graff and I stopped at Stater Brothers. We were the first ones there, and we captured a few objects that were just blown us away. We captured on video and on photos. As we all met there, we took off and we went through the Mojave Desert, and we were totally isolated, and there was 2 cars. There was Grant Hebron's car, and there was another car. I don't know who was driving that. I think it was Lily Lambert. And then us behind, we were the 3rd one. As we were going down this highway through the desert in the middle of nowhere, right above the highway was a cluster of what looked like balloons, but that's how they come, right there. And so I figured Grant and Lily were going to pull over, but they didn't, so I pulled over and took the video of that. As they came down closer away from the highway toward us, I took the video, and it sank into the desert floor. So we were afraid that
ready to go?
lose them, because we didn't know what was coming. So we got in the truck right away, and then we took off, and we caught them stopped further down the highway. So we got up to the cabin up on top of the Paiute Mountains, and Nathan said that he had other people who were involved go up there and try to summon
Oh, yeah.
You try to catch one and take, huh?
craft.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna film.
Oh, there's
They
one
had
going.
zilch, and that he was afraid that I wouldn't be able to do it. And I told him that I would change that. That's not going to happen to me. I'm going to bring some down. Anyway, on the second day, I told Grant that I was going to summon right at that location, and a guy named Bob said, "Robert, they're right there." And I looked because you get a little tired after 3 days, and I mean 2 days being out there in the wilderness. Anyway, there was one, and I took photos of that, and up there 7,000 feet. And the reason why I did this is to prove that I'm not a hoax. I'm for reals, and that what I'm teaching is for reals. It's not. It's the nature of these things to look like balloons. I think they cloak themselves, not to frighten you, but they're really technical. And I'm going to come out with a photograph of what they call the sports model UFO, halfway sticking out of cloaking itself into an orb. Now I have that photograph. I haven't released it to the public, and I'm going to do that to show you guys that all along I've known all of this for the longest. That's going to come out, so be looking forward to that one, because that is strictly magnificent. So let's get on. If you want to know, we got a event that's being thrown by Dr. Hans Boysen at Sequoia Park in Monterey Park. It's going to be on September 11th at 11 o'clock. So I suggest you be there if you want to see craft. If you want to see, but I'll warn you, once you see what you see, your whole thought on what the world is, you thought the world was about, is going to change. So if you don't want to know and you feel ignorance is bliss, then don't go. But if you want to know and you have the courage to know, then go down there. So thank you.